Say hi to Mr. Seal. Dude, I love random things, don't you? Oh my gosh. So I just wanted to share, like, I spent like 4 hours making summer rolls. It was so fun. Just making summer rolls by myself. Can I share my creation with you? Oh yeah, it's so funny. I really like to laugh, guys. Like, I mean, I know I have like a serious tone most of the time, but I literally love laughing. And sometimes I'll just like laugh. I don't know. Here, let me share this creation with you. But I've had people like literally like in my comments like ask me why I laugh. I'm like, it's not a fucking weird question to ask someone. Like, don't you laugh? And if you don't, then you probably need more of that. I'm like, in my little summer roll. Oh my god, it's so cute. I mean, little carrot hearts. I don't know. I made a bunch, and I was kind of like foraging while I was making them, so I got really full, and I couldn't really finish finish the summer roll. So I made. I just enjoyed the whole process of creating them. But all that aside, yes, people leave the strangest comments. I don't know. Like, why do you laugh? Why are you laughing in your video? Why wouldn't I laugh in my video? I mean, do I want to? I have like many different, like, I don't know, like facets to my personality, and I'm not just like one. I'm not just black and white. And I don't think any of us are, you know. If you are functioning from a black and white space, I feel like you probably haven't accessed the multifaceted versions of you, you know? Besides, laughter is medicine. I truly believe that. Like, have you noted that when you are really happy, like, and you laugh, like, things just feel so much lighter and brighter in life? And then when you're not doing that, you're just kind of like, I've experienced the full spectrum of everything, as we should. That's why we're here, to experience it all. It's like a mixed bag. Oh, but where was I going with this video? Hold on, I took notes. I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I'm back. I think this is what I wanted to talk about. Um, following up, following forward. I made two other videos talking about, like, I don't know, like just the mind and being alone and all that stuff. Yeah. I ran into a longtime friend, and she was asking me how I was. And honestly, when people ask you, like, how are you? I know this is like a very basic question, but I feel like people have a tendency to just be like, oh, I'm fine. But for me, I get kind of like thrown aback when somebody like poses that question, because like depending on how I am, and if I'm in a good mood, don't get me wrong, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I am doing so great." That is my response when I am feeling well. But if I'm not feeling well, it's hard for me to lie. And you know, I feel like most people, they, I don't know, depending on who you're talking to, they may or may not take your response well. So like last night, I wasn't feeling my best, and somebody asked me how I was doing, and I was like, okay. And then, you know, a lot of sometimes people are like, oh, just okay. And I'm like, well, okay is better than not okay. And this is the truth. And they're like, oh, well, like, what have you been up to? And I'm like, oh, like, you know, most people want to talk about like exciting things that they've accomplished and stuff. I don't know, man, guys. I mean, what are you supposed to say, or how are you supposed to respond to that when you literally are a fucking hermit that stays in your house all the time and doesn't really socialize outside of like going to work. But you love it. But you love it. So it's interesting. So I did say that. I said, well, I've been in hermit mode. I haven't really been doing much of anything, but it's been pretty peaceful. And this girl had the most amazing comeback, and I was pleasantly surprised. And it just reminded me. So if you guys are like in hermit mode and you guys are not socializing much, um, and you're also feeling a little down, I would like to share this response with you as a reminder, because she told me, wow, that is so good for you. And I was like, and she was like, think about it. She's like, you're in hermit mode. You're giving yourself that time to just be at peace. So many people in the world are struggling, or like they're in, really dark mental headspaces, and they're suffering. And they don't enjoy being alone, or they can't be alone. And here you are giving yourself that time to just be with yourself and enjoy your own company and be at peace. What a precious thing to do for yourself. I was just like, whoa. Thank you for the shift in perception, and thank you for that gentle reminder. Because I think a lot of times we do, as human beings, we take things for granted, or we want things we can't have, which I want to say is a form of self-sabotage, you know, because you're not enjoying, and you're not being grateful for the moment that you have, or the moments that you're giving yourself, especially if you're a recluse. you know Not many people, you know are able to give themselves that time to be by themselves, to be completely at peace, to spend 4 hours making summer rolls that I will not eat until tonight. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I wanted to share was how, like, I think a lot of us, this is not a well thought through thought, by the way. I think a majority of human beings don't feel safe. What do I mean by that? Think about it. Why do you think a lot of people are like constantly like planning for the future? It's because they don't feel safe in the present moment. Or why do you think a lot of people spend a lot of time like regretting the past? Like, oh, coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's because they don't feel safe in the present moment. So, with that being said, I think it's so important to not only bring yourself back to the present, but to create a safe place for yourself in the present moment where you feel absolutely at ease, and you're trusting that everything is working out just as it's supposed to. Relinquishing control, relinquishing fear, because that's what it is. It's fear. It's fear that keeps us in a space where we're like constantly like on edge, or like, trying to think about future stuff, or thinking about the past, But like, if you enter the present moment consistently, it becomes a habit. And if you habitually enter the present moment and know that everything is working out just as it should, and that you are safe, then you'll free up a lot of your time and energy and your attention to just have fun and to just enjoy the moment. And guess what? This moment is creating the next moment. So just keep that in mind. I feel like I'm going to rewatch this video to remind myself too. Like whenever I feel like I'm like off kilter or out of alignment and I'm like tripping out on something small or big, to just come back to the moment, to come back to my breath, to trust that everything is fine, and to like face whatever fear that presents itself in this moment and move through it. Not back away, not react to it, you know, just kind of like see it and move through it and trust that everything is okay. Anyways, hey man, if you like watch this crazy ramble, thank you for stopping by, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, and blessings to one and all. Amen.